So when they see Moorish Americans are more wearing a badge, it kind of makes them tremble a little bit. And so as we begin to wake up, somebody posted the Hollywood movie with Denzel Washington. They're showing a picture of the prophet all of a sudden. I mean, what is
there's a picture on the wall. The prophet sits up on the scroll. And all of the demonstrations in my rest. There's a picture on the wall. Now the prophet sits up on the scroll. Oh, you smarter than the founder, huh? It didn't demonstrate. Luke 10, our Lord had to congregate to further the debate to see if Noble Drew Ali is who we say he is. Well, let's check the record of the biz. Stepped upon the scene in 1925 in Chicago, all by himself. Less than 4 years multiplied his wealth and economic infrastructure. Gave lawless Asiatics some structure. Taught young Moorish men to preserve their seed, their structure, prepare the scripture, and a prayer custom. Standing reverently upright. A lot of sheiks are uptight and they tightly wound. I'm like a hound. They got the scent of a rabbit. This rabbit disrespect of our God. We can't let walk on by. And you come in with all that innovation, puffed up with conceit in your demonstration. The feds is black for this execution. Scimitar. In my house, there's a picture on the wall, and all the prophets sit on this throne. Down his in my crib, there's a picture on the wall. The prophet sits up on this throne, and all the demonstrations. In my rest, there's a picture on the wall. Now the prophet sits up on this throne. In my gaze, there's a picture on the wall. Now the prophet sits up on this throne.
Slow. The counter march of the silent soldiers. The Roman hordes couldn't hold us. Get the Inquisition hitting and read like Moses. The prophet chose us. The holy fire unfroze us from 33 degrees of a dead plane rose us. Perpendicular demonstrations gesticular. Standing on my square with that pickaxe hit me up in the temple till you recognize the temple. Look, killer dead status. All that matters, that simple. The true man, the last street caliph. Sultan City, Muhammad the third's heir, average right. Yeah, look, brother, it's quite clear. The prophet brought the truth to us. I spit like this, I can make the whole booth combust. Who but us? Bringing, swinging, scimitar, sharpened. Shook his naughty fro, perm straight like sharpened. They stood idle. New laws is moving by you. If you hating, then you should be demonstrating out the Bible. Stop hating no more.
In my house, there's a picture on the wall, and all the prophets sit up on this throne. In my crib, there's a picture.
Seti! Let's get it, man. Now we gonna get pop. We gonna get this pop. Let's get it pop. Seti! Somebody call Seti! Somebody call Seti! Is somebody gonna call Seti? Is somebody gonna call Seti? Do anybody got? Matter of fact, I need somebody to call Sarah. Somebody call Sarah. While y'all calling Sarah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the more national. You know what I'm talking about? Never, never, never. Come on, man. They slow-mo. They don't know mo. They just slow-mo. They slow-mo. They don't know mo. Anybody gonna call them for me? I'm gonna lose my voice tonight, Seti. I'm gonna lose my voice for you tonight, Seti. I ain't gotta talk tomorrow. Let's go. Where's the family at? Yo!
I'll be coming at these Moors.
Hey, hold up.
I'll be coming at these Moors. Because
I be coming at Seti. And the reason why I be coming at Seti is because he don't understand the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And he's trying to break them down, and he's unqualified to do so. Let's go.
consider these functional Moorish American models as it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Village.
From across the border, you and your daughters. I mean, your little followers, you all out of order. I ain't taking nothing. I ain't taking nothing. You heard me?
I wish you would step up to get this.
You heard me? I said, I ain't taking nothing from you crooks. And that means you too, Sara. Let's
Head
go.
up from the neck up, you gon' respect us. An elder once told me, meet the people where they at. And you lower than the worm, so you know you beat the tech. Let's keep it simple, said it. I'm a temple more. Either you wanna talk knowledge or you wanna go to war. Who jump, I will drag you by your leg. Attach your arm, leg, arm, head.
Boy, you don't want these problems.
I know the low the policy to be the same once you go tell me.
That problem tell them little names. Get on YouTube, play the little games. Talk like you dropped that. And I'ma forget how far I came. I never forgot my aim. I never forgot my ammo. I prayed to a Lord, but I still tie my camel. Let's talk about this that you think you have. Back, forget it, boy. Don't make me laugh, huh? Down no more. Shout out to Arnell Bay. Shout out to L Bay. Shout out to Brother Man. Shout out to C, right? Let's go. August Kane in the building. What's up, Lord Nelson? Let's get it. Everybody share. Everybody thumbs up. They gonna learn today. Huh? Let me turn it up.
So now what you gotta say, huh? I broke the
Cause I'm a sheep in a Muslim and I'm talking about tools. Boy, you know the lessons. The tools are to refine and mine are applied to work shop in your mind. You know about the hammer, make it a part of every part. And I wanna be the law, so I'm aiming at your heart. You're on a 720, I'm on a 12 step, I'm at the pinnacle of wisdom. So miss me with the threats, being hugging and cussing, boy, it don't mean nothing. I'm going out like Malcolm, I'm going out fussing, but I prefer discussion, authentic more science. Time to reach, baby, you know we straight lying. Associate stands with the holy divine. Must have lost his mind, but justice ain't mine. And it's about to catch you at any given moment. You're looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it, huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You're looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it, huh? Can't you see I'm on it? You're looking at the throne, boy, can't you see I'm on it?
You're looking at the throne.
Come on, man.
Can't you see I'm on it?
Can't you see I'm on it?
You're looking at the throne.
I gotta get it rolling.
You're looking at the throne, boy.
Let it build up. Come on, man. They just slow-mo.
6 million ways to die.
Choose
one. 6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Charge to read, got y'all thinking that he Grady teach law and civics, but never been a case. I never seen him in court approaching the bench. But people who follow him, they do this nonsense. He teach a right to travel, but I never seen him whipping. He pointing away, but doing something different. And y'all been hustle. They scared to admit it. All we baby they in T.I. might call it fictitious. I mean, y'all ridiculous. Falling for the pseudo, the right to travel. Ain't even worth for Cujo. He all up in Canada.
Hey,
West laws.
Step up and fly, bro. You just lost, huh? Down no more.
Down no more.
Down no more. They just slow-mo. Down no more. They just slow-mo. You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it?
And it's very simple.
There.
Because
You're looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? I'm gonna let the numbers build up, man. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm gonna let the numbers build up. Check it out.
You know I'm at the throne, y'all. See, I'm on it.
Look, let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna let the numbers build up, because I gotta get this message out. I gotta get this message out. I need Sarah to get this message. I ain't messing with little Pharaoh right now. I'm not messing with little Pharaoh. Little Pharaoh, he all right. He in the State Zone right now. This is all about Sarah right now. You know, elder to elder, or we in the same age bracket. So I'm gonna let this build up a little bit, and I'm gonna share a little bit song with y'all, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's talk about the prophet.
Man was teaching Islam
Let's go.
ahead of everybody else. That means ahead of Master Farah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad.
That's
Which
right.
the Nation of Islam,
Hey, man. Listen, man. Listen, sisters. Where are those that defend the prophet Noble Drew Ali during the time of the prophet? Where they was at then is where they at now. That's right. So check it out. Let's go.
Religious blinder or binder.
Where y'all at?
No Islam was here before Farah and Elijah. No knowledge was here before Farah and Elijah. No disrespect, but I love me some Master Farah Muhammad.
Where was y'all in 1913? This was way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had fraud. We was in the grave, the land of the Nod. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th Estate. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on Indiana Avenue? Feds on his head, hey! Where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him, when they said he was a prophet, but really didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down, hey! Now what you gonna do about it? Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he knew about it. I'm the 34th generation. So I ain't worried about all the hate and all the crazy misinformation need to stop. Cause all the real are making you a part of the plot to keep them on top and leave us at the bottom. With the mouth you call a prophet, in the heart you forgot him. Hey, we ain't fighting this war right. Bags under our eyes, haven't slept in 4 nights, reading all the books, studying the law. When the prophet was a perfect example for us all. He left his feet really cut on the south side. 30,000 more than 25, ready to ride. On schools, on stores, on community. And I'm doing what the prophet doing, and nothing you can do to me. Where was y'all in 1913? This is way before Martin had a dream. Where was y'all? Elijah had blood. Where was y'all? In the grave, the land of the Lord. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th Estate. Where was y'all when he only had the flag on Indiana Avenue? Feds on his head, hey! Where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but real didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey, I hear you talking, but show me what you producing. The enemy love it. I read here talking stupid. Up in the courts, getting beat up in the hallway. The king crown is on the ground. It's going to be a long day. Make me wanna cry, can't deny it. To see my people so misguided. Why in the world we so divided? All we gotta do is use what the prophets provided. Always trying to take the shortcut, repeating weird stuff like we on the short bus. The world is watching, our people waiting for us to stand up and build a Moorish nation. Hey, where was y'all at in 1913? This is way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had fraud. We was in the grave, the land of the Lord. I'm almost ready. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? I'm a going hard on 35th Estate. Where was y'all when he only had a flag on Indiana Avenue? Feds on his head, hey!
I'm a boy. Got simple enough to do it. I ain't gonna never argue with you that I'm not a boy. And wouldn't come in your house or come amongst you and
It's time, y'all ready?
if I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
It's
I
only right.
you tell me, goddammit, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Listen.
No more. So if I say it, I mean it. I say it. I understand this.
Are y'all ready? It's only right that before I do the intro on the demonstration, it's only right if I'm going to go in. I'm going to have to do this one.
Hey, these guys, man. Oh,
Tepin, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin.
Ain't y'all falling for this? Come on, man. Boy, stand up.
Tepin, but like your brains, your face, you keep screaming black power, but you ain't busting the grapes. Silly said he be yelling, he do a whole lot of cussing. He be talking all loud, but ain't saying nothing. Tell you bang on the beat, but he don't bang in the streets. Yeah, he bang on the mic and charge you for a seat. Yes, speak what they say, and then peep how they roll. Shaka put on his makeup and said he powdered his nose. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me, talking about my fans. Shaka rocking that Remy and said he a cokehead. I call him Remy and Coke. I mean, the boys off a joke. I wish they would step to me and I be going for broke. Oh yeah, I talk with aggression, prefer to stick to the lessons. They be talking about wars, but they be banning on weapons. I know they only hold Tepin, because they fake with the lessons. They be talking the hard, but where the hell is the progression?
Tepin, representing the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, really fake with the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression?
Sinetta, no, we double Sinetta. We double Sinetta.
And no about Moors, like they be banning weapons. I know they only hold Tepin. Yeah, they fake with the lessons. They be talking the hard, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, misrepresenting the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black power, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, really fake with the lessons. Yeah, they screaming black, put on his makeup and said he powdered his nose. But he don't bang in the streets. Yeah, he bang on the mic and charge you for a seat. Let's speak with the say, and then peep out his roll. Shaka put on his makeup and said he powdered his nose. And you gotta be kidding me, talking about my fans. Shaka rocking that Remy and said he a cokehead. I call him Remy and Coke. I mean, them boys are a joke. I wish they would step to me and I be going for broke. Oh yeah, I talk with aggression, prefer to stick to the lessons. They be talking about more like they be banning the weapons. I know they don't Tepin. Y'all ready with the lessons? They be talking the hard, but where the hell is the progression? Tepin, misrepresenting.
So family, y'all ready? I know they only hold Tepin. I know they hold Tepin. Listen, they hold Tepin. They ain't real. They ain't banning weapons. They just hold Tepin. They just talking that stuff. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Nobody get worked up. It's okay. I mean, I see the Moorish National in the buildings. Brother, if you have nothing to do with my inadequacy, what you doing in the building? Brother, go watch Cujo. Go watch Cujo just talk about the colonists and all of that stuff. While this brother is disrespecting the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Go talk to Cujo. 300 G's, brother. I've been busy working on some things, but I'm going to get with you. I see. Man, congratulations to 300 Gangsters for their humanitarian award that they received in Baltimore, Maryland this weekend. Shout out to my brother, Big Wolf. Also, shout out to my brother PFK Boom, got the humanitarian award here in Baltimore. Brother, I'm working, brother. You know, I'm back at you as soon as I settle down on this first project that I'm working at. But with that, we're gonna open the show, brothers and sisters. Let's get busy. I want everybody in here to thumbs up for me. I got 66 people in the chat. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a what? Can I get a thumbs up? To all my people that don't know Mo, I ain't slow Mo. Can I get a thumbs up to all my people? From all my people that do know Mo, I ain't slow Mo. Can I get a thumbs up to all my people? Let me see if I can put it together. Can I get a thumbs up from all my people that really, really, really love Mo? I ain't slow Mo. Can I get a thumbs up? You know what I mean? Can I get that? Can I get a thumbs up from all my people that really love Mo? I ain't slow Mo. Man, shout out to 50 Bay. Shout out to Sister 50 Bay. I need y'all on deck. Matter of fact, let me make my moderators. Let me make my moderators right, man. I got to get that right, man. Shout out to New Black World Order. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bang on the beast. And the beast today is Seti. But no, for the show, his name is Sara.
We ain't calling him Seti today. We ain't calling him Seti today. We calling him Sara. Because that's how it's spelled. And who gonna say something? This is Sara. This show is all about Sara. That's how you spell it. So let's get ready to start the show, family. And stop worrying about my flags. Switch the small flag position, Muslim. We got to keep the American flag to the right of all flags, Moab. I got you, brother, but third eye wisdom. Let me focus on this. Can I focus on this? Let me focus, brother. Let me focus. I'm focused, man. I'm focused, family. I'm going in. Cover me. Cover me. I'm going in. Cover me. Hey, 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 hey. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. The Hawker Bay front line to the law. Call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember, that's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. To all the way, one line to the long call. But you are the more than you are friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemy that hold my line. Don't speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I speak about the prophet over the prophet. Who was the first to remind you and bind you back? You will walk over the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you was a fact. You demonstrate now. Tripping off trash, tripping off that. And here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people taught Europeans how to bathe. And looking at women by European hair. No love for self, but you and men really care. Now, but they got a love for sure. Oh, generation. Yeah, love nobody. Future, know that, amigo, wrong. Listen, I never love for a woman, look like your mother. I can't say it's all black, I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember, that's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line, to the law, call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember, that's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line, to the law, call my number. Superstar was holler. It's ever for the workers. You ain't putting on the ground, then you working than a sweater. You make it sound good, but that's only on the surface. But tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every low that rock a fast. He ain't my flow. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I see it all before. I ain't trying to kill a prophet that was all for show. And somebody right now don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my back and face. I want my town, my shirt, my sword, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination. That's the best. Y'all hate when love is the same way. You know I can stop them. Can't stop the neighbor. That's why I kill and fight and murder out of their face. If you ain't the Moorish world, then get out of my face. That's why you stop China. Italians not dead. You left the Moorish world. All the buildings with me. Let's go. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line to the law, call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line to the law, call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. Be more. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. That time. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line to the law, call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. That Lord. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. That God. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So all the way, front line to the law, call my number. Islam, Islam, Islam. Jamal Fowler, the concert is over. Now we got to get to work. I'm going to do like, hey, I'm in here. I'm in here. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. They're my Seti boys. Come on in. That's right. Me and young Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Hey, Pharaoh. We gonna be on them tonight, Pharaoh. Pharaoh, let's get them on in. Ain't nothing happen.
Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Come on, family. Come on, family. Black power. Black power. Come on in, family. All right. All right. It's the general. It's the general. Man, shout out to Seti, man. Listen, I like Seti personally. I'm for real, for real. I ain't gonna front. Listen, let me tell you our story. Grand Rising Moors. Come on, man. Come on, family. Hey, Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Grand Rising Moors. Grand Rising Moors. Look, check this out. Man, I'm gonna dedicate this show. I don't take this personal. Let me tell you something. Let me say this first. Let me say this first. Let me say this first. First and foremost, family, listen. Let me first rise and give praise to Allah. And we're gonna talk about that Allah today. We're gonna talk about that Allah because Seti made a statement. So I rise, I raise my thoughts and give praise to Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, before there was a Kemetic community, Prophet Noble Drew Ali spoke about ancient Egypt. Before there was a Kemetic community here in America, the Moors dressed like the pharaohs or the Nasuts of Egypt. So for anybody that tests the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who was the first, he was the first to remind you. He was the first to remind you. I'm going to show and prove that. I'm going to show and prove that. If I don't prove nothing else, everything that I say, I can prove. Let me first start it off after honoring my prophet and the great Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who most people misappropriate. They misappropriate Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey by calling himself RBG and disrespect the legacy with foul language, no ambition, no industrious acts, nor are they uplifting on the ground in the form that Marcus Garvey did. But they got a good YouTube game. They got a good YouTube game. Yeah, man. They got a good YouTube game. They got a good social media game. But when it comes to what Marcus Garvey represented, what the red, black, and green represented, nowhere to be found. So I don't take this stuff serious. Stop being so sensitive, people. I don't take this stuff serious. I don't take Seti serious. He's not serious. What he's doing is this, man. Shout out to my brothers in the Nation of Islam. See, Nation of Islam ain't going to get down and dirty with you because Nation of Islam might knock on your door and get you. I don't know. I'm just saying. But me, I am down for the social media. I'm down for the social media face-off. I am. It is what it is. Shout out to my brother, Sinetta. Sinetta, actually, I watched him for years, and he showed me how this go without even telling me. I just watched him. I know how this go. And I give honor to my brother, Sinetta, for displaying the things he displayed so I can see how this worked in this era of time where I have to deal with some of these things that I'm faced with as it relates to those bashing and coming at the Moorish Science Temple of America. You know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful day. This is a beautiful day for the Moors. You see, because when you look at somebody like Sarah, and when I say Sarah, I'm speaking of Sara Suten Seti. When you look at somebody like Sarah, when you look at that Sarah has a pretty decent following. Man, shout out to Sarah. And Lil Pharaoh has a nice following too. So anytime that you mention the Moors, you open the door for me to enlighten people for the true and divine life-giving teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I thank you for helping me out. But I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to set up for your next lecture. However, the sad part about it is that you're coming so aggressively that you can't go and do lectures many places where you have caused such discourse and disrespect. So it's going to be hard to come to a place like Baltimore and do a lecture and be able to flow through it and get it done. And now listen. I don't believe in fake promises and da. So what I'm just saying is just what it is. I'm not throwing any innuendos. I'm not, this is not a metaphor. This is what it is. You know, you cannot go so disrespectfully to the left and then thinking that's going to set you up for the alley-oop to do a lecture. It doesn't make sense. So the best thing to do is bring your information, calm down, bring your information minus the disrespect, and then you can go and do your lectures. Nobody cares what you say as it relates to the intellectual component of Moorish science. We know you never been to a temple. We know you can hardly read the questionnaire. We get it. Look, I'm not a college educated person either, nor am I the most eloquent speaker. I get it. I chop and butcher words all the time. I'm telling you, I chop and butcher words all the time. However, one thing I do know is I know how to take my time and read something that is classified as divine. Something that is classified as divine should be paid close attention to. Yet you failed to do that. We're going to get right on with the show. Shout out to Divine Essence. Shout out to Easterling Bay, Third Eye. But here we go. So family, I want y'all to remember that I don't take this serious, okay? This is what I want y'all to remember. Brother, Easter Sterling Bay, he's not a distraction. He's giving the opportunity for people to understand Moorish science from his miseducation and misappropriation of the science. So here we go. As I do this show, I want y'all to know that there is going to be some rebuttal. There is going to be some commentary. And there's going to be some serious qualifying the things that I've said in the past and that I've said yesterday. For instance, I say Seti sniff coke. I say he cocaine and scholarship is a hell of a drug. Cocaine and scholarship, don't mix the two. Cocaine and scholarship don't go together. That's what I said. Now, a brother said to me earlier, he said on Facebook, he said, why are you slandering the brother? My question is to him, what is slander? Do you know what slander is? Everybody wants to come to the defense, but did they see the video how this brother called the Holy Quran, which is just a book, just a pamphlet, he called this trash. He called Alton Prophet Noble Drew Ali all sorts of crazy things. I mean, he just went on and on, which is not a problem. I understand. See, it's like this. It's like this. Let me say this, family. I know the terminology of calling somebody, and I'm not calling him a name. Let me tell you, I'm not calling him a name. What I'm saying is this. I'm making an analogy. A retarded person, right? A retarded person, you're getting on the bus like Seti was, you know, like that picture I showed, he was sleeping on the bus. He was sleeping at the bus stop. I mean, matter of fact, let me show you the picture just so you know what I'm talking about. Just like Seti was sleeping at the bus stop, right? And he was waiting on the bus. He was sleeping at the bus. Let me pull it up real quick. So right here, Seti was sleeping at the bus, right? Right here. Here's the picture right here. He was asleep at the bus. After all that rah-rah talk, after all that bang on the beast talk, after all that crazy foolishness that he run around the internet talking, here he go sleeping at the bus depot. Shout out to my brother RBG Hebrew, Michael Edwards. He was the first one that I seen with this demonstration. Honor to that, because this makes a lot of sense that this guy is running around saying that he booked for speaking engagements. I'm booked. That's what he told people one time. I'm booked running around acting as if he is the premier speaker on the circuit. Yet, here he is at the bus depot. He sleep at the bus depot now. Now look, he faking like he reading a book. He's banging on the beast, yet he's going to ride the bus that's owned by the beast. How do you bang on? And this is why Moorish science is so important, because we need to get to the point where we stop talking double talk. We demonstrate one thing, but then talk another. You banging on the beast, but you waiting on the beast to give you a ride. Can't be serious. Can't be serious. But this is how this thing goes. You banging on the beast, but you waiting on the beast to give you a ride. This doesn't make sense. You see? So this is why I don't take this stuff serious. Because you can't bang on the beast and then tell the beast give you a bus pass. Can't do that. Don't work like that. We ain't gonna take this serious. So first thing I want to address is people think I be playing when I say cocaine and scholarship don't mix. And when I say cocaine and scholarship don't mix, that's exactly what I mean. Cocaine and scholarship don't mix. Okay? It don't mix. Oh, it don't mix. So I want y'all to sit back and enjoy this ride, because I'm about to take y'all on a ride real quick. I'm about to take y'all on a ride. And the way that I'm going to do it, y'all going to have to wait for it. Because first I got to qualify a few things. There was a brother in the audience a few minutes ago, in the chat a few minutes ago. He said in the chat, he said, the Moorish Nationals, we ain't supporting this type of antics or whatever he said, something to that degree. That we ain't with this, the Moorish Nationals. Well, I guess you wouldn't be. I guess you wouldn't be. And the reason why I know you wouldn't be is because your guy, whom you guys try to hold as the premier scholar, fumbling all over books guy. What's the brother name? Y'all guy, Sabir Bey. This is where it all, part of it started at. Sabir Bey taking this out. Sabir Bey taking this out. When Sabir Bey and my brother Brooklyn was holding it down, but Sabir Bey, man, he was the weakest link. He was the weakest link. Seti ran over top of him like it was nothing, like a speed bump in the hood. But Seti ain't even get a flat tire. He ran over top of him. You see, shout out to my brother Brooklyn. But Seti, man, I was mad, Seti. Let me look in this camera. Seti, I was mad. Seti, I was upset. I was angry, Seti. I was angry, Seti. You ran over Sabir Bey. And Sabir Bey took that out. Sabir took that out. But I'm coming back like avenging my brother's death. I'm coming back. I'm going to avenge you. I'm going to avenge you. I'm going to avenge you. Sabir Bey, I got you. I love you. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure that I just give him a little bit. I give him a little taste. Give him a little taste. But let me just say, Sabir Bey is not a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Therefore, he is not qualified. Therefore, he is not qualified to represent the science as taught by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, called Islamism and Moorish science. One and the same. Sabir Bey is not qualified to represent the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He's not qualified. All right? Now, so let's get that out the way. But I got you, Sabir Bey. I'm going to look out for you today. Look out for you today. Now, let me qualify one more other thing. Got to qualify one more other thing before we get started. Secondly, there was another debate where Brother Alim Bey took a debate and disgracefully got mopped over the floor. That's right, I said it. I said it. See, I ain't gonna play no games. I ain't gonna play no games. It's like my man saying that song, we fight fire with fire. That's why most retire. You know what I mean? We're gonna fight fire with fire. Holy zeal against that little hell smoke you got. But anyway, Brother Alim Bey, he debates Seti, and Seti just disrespectfully mops the floor with this brother. I'm going to call it how I see it. I'm going to call it how I see it. But again, let me say again, the reason why is because these brothers are not members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. You know what I mean? These brothers are not the Moorish Science Temple of America. They don't represent the Moorish Science Temple of America. So can't nobody say the Moorish Science Temple of America ever took an L. We 1-0. That's Brother Sharif up against Brother Reggie. But now let's go. First of all, I want to qualify what I'm saying. Now, let's get busy. First of all, I'm going to tone it down because I'm about to respond to a few of his observations, if you will. So let me tone it down and let's get to the first demonstration. First of all, Seti, I'm going to play this and then we're going to get it. I'm not going to respond to everything because it's too much. It's too much, but I'm going to get with this. Let's go.
Number one, who made you? Okay, who made you? Allah. Allah made you. Did Allah make you? I'm talking to you Negroes tonight. Did Allah make you?
Y'all hear what he calling, right? Y'all listening, right? Check him out.
I want to see all you niggas' birth certificate. I want to see your birth certificate. And when I want to see where it say my mother and father. I want to see if it say Allah, or is that your beloved mother and father who made you? See, we don't get to spook at them already. Okay, can we see them? And the question is no. And the question is no. Well, right there, that show you they at odds with the Nation of Islam. Okay, because the Nation of Islam's.
Okay, let's stop right there real quick. Let's stop right there. So his first demonstration is, who is Allah? And can we see him? So we're going to address this real quick. Anybody knows that has picked up a book within the last few years would know that Allah simply means God. So when you read the questionnaire right here, and you see who made you, Allah, anybody that picked up a dictionary within the last 5 years would know that Allah is referring to God. Now, in order to take this to the level that I want to take it to, it's a simple, basic lesson, but I feel the need to just share it, to show the incompetency of your brain on drugs. When your brain is on drugs, you'll say anything. Anyway, we look at who made you, Allah. Allah, the Arabic definite article, A-L, the, and Allah, deity, or God, if you will, to Allah, meaning the deity or the God. When we say the God, the deity, we're referring to the absolute, okay? The God, A-L, the Ilah, deity, the God. There is no God but the God. There is no God but the God, Seti. So when you look at the Allah, Arabic Allah, the one and only God in Islam and the one and only God throughout the universe, yet it is the Arabic language. But the name origins can be traced to the earliest Semitic writings. Stop for a minute. The Semitic people are our people from the Happy Valley, the Nile Valley. Okay? These are the people from the Nile Valley. And we'll get into that in a minute. The Semitic writings in which the word for God is Il or El, the latter being used in the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament. Allah is the standard Arabic word for God and is used by Arabic-speaking Christians and Jews as well as Muslims, regardless of their native tongue. Stop for a minute. Do anybody understand what that means? That means in this region of the world, regardless of what you believe or you subscribe to, the terminology of or the word Allah is used in that region. It is what it is, meaning that, okay, some might say, well, we're not in that region. However, before the coming of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we know that prophets, they are successors of the prophets before them, meaning they come to further the teachings and the learning of the prophet that was before them. So in that vein, Allah is the title that we use to refer to Almighty God. And that's just what it is. When you go down and you look at Amen Ra, the supreme being, this is out of ancient Kemet. Amen Ra is simply used because it's the most common short form and used in antiquity to refer to the supreme being. Allah, the same thing, supreme being. Amen Ra, supreme being. For example, in Ramsu, the great defeat of the Hittites, he makes a claim that the supreme being, Amen Ra, that gave him power to defeat the enemy with the Kushite Kemetic spiritual science. Okay? Now, the supreme being, Nebuchadnezzar, Lord of the universe, comes in a number of supreme forms. So, Seti had a nice laugh when the brother said, can we see him? The lesson said, can we see him? No. He had a nice laugh. They can't see God. He's laughing and giggling. However, in the science what he say he subscribed to, it says, comes in a number of supreme form. He is Amen, the unseen forces. Can we see him? The unseen forces. And Ra, the seen forces. So when you're talking about the Nation of Islam, whether you're talking about the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's levels to this, brother. It's levels to this. You looking at things with blinders on, or you somebody giving you a check because you ain't this crazy. I don't think you're that crazy. I don't think you're that crazy. Anyway, Asaru, the supreme being forces living within man. And the next question to this is, where is the nearest place we can meet him? In the heart. Asaru. Now, I might butcher these words. But what I'm trying to share with you is that what's consistent with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teaching is that when you're looking at Asaru, the supreme being, forces living within man, and Prophet Noble Drew Ali say, can we see him? No. Where the nearest place we can meet him? In the heart. The only thing that separates the Moorish understanding from the understanding in which Seti is talking about is language. Nothing more. That's the only thing that's separating it. Language. The ideal and the principle remains the same. The language separated. That's it. And we in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we are comfortable with understanding and knowing that the prophet was sent speaking English in the language in which we speak. We're comfortable with that. We have confidence that God Almighty, whom we refer to as Allah, has the ability to teach in a language in which we find our oppression in. We're good with that. We're good with not trying to learn another language to bring us up out of the situation or the condition that we find ourselves in that is comprised of the language. We're good with that. You know, we say education is always good. If you can learn one language, two languages, or 20 languages, that's fine. But the language that we find our condition in was English. Therefore, God sent us an English-speaking prophet. It is what it is. Now, let's go to the next point real quick. Let's slide to the next point. The next point that he wanted to speak on. The next point he wanted to speak on is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I'm not going to touch all of these points because it's too many to touch. I'm telling you, it's too many. But I'm going to touch a lot. I'm going to catch a few up. Let's go.
It says, who is Noble Drew Ali? He is Allah's prophet. He's Allah's prophet. And that's what I did yesterday. Put the tenets Islam up there to show you that the last prophet and messenger of Allah was Muhammad of Arabia. Okay? Muhammad of Arabia. And if any of those niggas go to Mecca.
Y'all hear? Now he gonna go around the country and teaching this. He gonna go around the country to speak where?
Or go to any Muslim nation on the planet and tell them, the Muslims, that Noble Drew Ali is a prophet of Allah, they're going to come back in 2 boxes.
Now, first of all, I'm going to give commentary on this one. First of all, what in the world that this brother thinks that we have to have somebody else to qualify our understanding of God and prophet? We don't need another group of people, most in particular a pale Arab, to try to express to us the definition of a prophet and how a prophet is given into the world. We are comfortable that the Quran of Mecca says that Allah will send a prophet to every nation of people speaking in the language in which of their native tongue. We're comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll bring it up and share it with you. We're not tripping. We are comfortable with that. And you know what? If we went to Mecca or anywhere else, then what happened is, here we go right here. What happened is they're gonna have to deal with it just like you. Now here we go. Now the King James Bible reads, I will raise them up a prophet among them brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I command him. That is the King James Bible. But we're talking about Islam here. So here we go. In Surah 35:25, it teaches there are no people in the world, they added that, to whom we have not sent a warner. There are no people. So if that time everyone had a warner, we are comfortable. We good in the understanding that our warner must also come from amongst us. And so as it reads, it says, and we certainly sent to every nation a messenger, worship Allah and avoid Tahat. And among them were those who were guided, and among them were those whom error was. this decree. So proceed through the earth and observe how was the end of those deniers. This Pictor, that was one, is Pictor. And verily we have raised in every nation a messenger, proclaiming, serve Allah, shun false gods, Yusuf Ali. For we are surely sent amongst every people a messenger. Serve Allah and eschew evil. Now, we are comfortable as Moorish Americans. We are comfortable that our man is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We are comfortable with that. I'm not going to get into the term Katam or Katim because I've done a show on that. I will bring that show back and repost it. I've done a show on the seal of the prophet. I've done a show. I've done a show of that. Now, Lion Bear said it has nothing to do with what you're talking about, Ta'aka. No, it's talking about Moses. But we're saying that if that's true for Moses, it's true for us. If it's true that Allah, God, would say to the people of Israel that we're going to raise up one among you, then we find that it's true for us. We find that is true for us. If it's good for Moses, if it's good for the Israelites, it's good for the Moorish Americans. And if Allah has a law, we say it's universal. We say if it applies here, it applies everywhere. And we're comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? We're comfortable for that. We're comfortable with that. Now, so here we go. Grateful. And didn't Noble Drew Ali rewrite the book? I didn't. Now look, if you tell me I cannot apply Lion Bear, I'm going to respond to Lion Bear. If you tell me that if God says that he's going to raise somebody up among the Israelites to lead them back to God, you mean tell me that wouldn't be the standard? Now we got to look at the standard. How do God get to people? Okay, if that's not the standard, then Muhammad would be coming from China to uplift the Arabs. Then in our concept, then Buddha would be coming from Russia to save the Chinese. Then if that's not a universal concept, then Lion Bear, or let's talk about Black Bear within a Native American construct, or White Eagle, whoever the medicine man was, he should have came from somewhere across the water to save what we would call the Native Americans or lead them to spiritual development. If that's the case, but this is a universal science. If it applies and it's universal, we apply it. We know that Muhammad was Arab and he came to the Arab-speaking people. We know that Moses was a Hebrew and he came to the Hebrew-speaking people. We know that Buddha was of India and he came to the people of India. We know that Confucius was of China and he came to the Chinese-speaking people. And we know that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was born in America in the state of North Carolina, 1886, speaking a language in which we find our condition in. And we know and we are comfortable with the fact that he was given the task by Almighty God to bring us up out of this mess. We know that. One thing I'm not going to do is this. I'm not going to defend the interrogation of anybody, whether it be Seti or anybody in the chat. I'm not going to defend the interrogation. See, what happens is this will happen with Aleem. Aleem allowed Seti to interrogate him. See, I'm not going for that because first we're going to qualify what the heck do Seti believe? And then I'll interrogate Seti as you interrogate me. But see, Seti don't believe nothing. Seti don't believe nothing. He said he don't believe Medunecha, so I can't interrogate no more on Medunecha. He's not a part of any organized group, so don't no more tell me, man, you can't speak radical against any member of any organized group. He's not a part of no organized group, so he don't know what he's talking about. You see, he's not a part of any organization, so we don't know what he believes. So the thing is that there is no way in the world that I am going to let somebody interrogate me that doesn't have a religious or spiritual or a philosophical approach to life that can be defined. So let me read something in the chat. It said, Deuteronomy 18:18, I will raise up them a prophet from among their brothers like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth and shall speak unto them that I shall command them. Exactly. And that's a standard body sculptor that happened all throughout Israel, that happened through China, that happened through every place in the world. There was one amongst them that was raised up to lead them to ultimate salvation and understanding. It wasn't somebody that came outside of them. We the only people that follow something from outside of ourselves. We the only one do that. We the only one do that. You will never see now in this world that we call the melting pot. You got Chinese people becoming Christians, of course, because we live in that world, that global society now. But in ancient times, man, wasn't nobody doing that. Wasn't nobody doing that. We the only one do that. We the only one learn another language to try to redeem ourselves. We the only one do that. You ain't never seen no Chinese try, majority, let me say the majority of Chinese people never try to go learn French to redeem themselves. No, their redeemer is right there in China. It's the philosophical approach to life given by Confucius and other wise men. Whether it was Zhu, as they would say, Tao, there was other wise men amongst them. They never went to Russia to try to learn something of great magnitude. They never went somewhere else. They never learned. We run and learn Arabic to try to find out where our redemption is. We tripping. We tripping. We tripping. But now back to Seti. Seti don't even define what he believes in. So his interrogation is unqualified. His interrogation is just like that agent type thing, where they put a battery in his back and they give him a bunch of questions, and now he just go willy-nilly freestyling scholarship. They put a battery in his back. You see what I'm saying? Because he did let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go back to the thing. So first of all, as I was saying, we're going to get to now, let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. Now, another thing Seti said. I'm not going to stay long. Let me explain something to you. I'm not going to stay long. I'm going to hit hard and I'm going to get out of here. I mean, another thing that Seti said that was misleading and misappropriated. This is another thing that he said. He started talking about the Nation of Islam, and he started talking about the Star and the Crescent. Now, he started talking about the Nation of Islam and the Star and the Crescent, and I'm going to share it with you. Let me share it with you real quick. I think I got the clip. Give me a second. Let me share it with you. I just want to show you how cocaine and knowledge don't go together. Check this out.
This is the original uniform of the Ku Klux Klan.
God damn.
Do you see the crescent and star?
Whoa.
See the crescent and star? And even got red on it, like the Nation of Islam flag.
Oh, it's over. Pause. Hold on.
Hold up. Watch Lil Pharaoh. Watch Lil Pharaoh. He gonna bring out his gun. Check him out. Check him out. Go ahead, Lil Pharaoh. Let it go.
Hold on. I gotta let it go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Watch Lil Pharaoh.
Let the motherfuckers have it.
Look at Lil Pharaoh.
Let the motherfuckers have it.
Go ahead, Lil Pharaoh.
Let them have it, dog.
Let him have it, Pharaoh.
Hold on. I need an airstrike. Hold on.
See, they playing video games. I need an airstrike. Hold on. Let them have it, dog. I want to hear that one more time. Hold up. Look at this foolishness. Look at this. Check out.
Let the motherfuckers have it, Steady.
Let them have it, dog. Bust that bitch out.
Hold on. That's it. I need an airstrike.
Bust it off,
And
dog.
these are scholars.
Wait a minute. So look at this.
So
Look at
look.
this.
So let me get right to it. These are scholars. These are scholars. First of all, family, when you look at what Seti is talking about, he's talking about this outfit right here. Now, and when you're looking at the Star and Crescent of the Nation of Islam on the red field, and you look at that, You may say, well, man, that's real convincing, Seti. That's very convincing, Seti. Whoa. And that's why he want to let off shots. But family, you and I know. Let me look at you in the face before I pass this next clip. You and I know. You and I know that this European have stole, pillaged everything. So it makes you wonder who cutting the check for Seti. Who cutting the check for Seti? Because he know that this European have stole, pillaged, and adulterated, flipped the script, and try to make something his own. But let me tell you something. You can't blame the Nation of Islam or the Moorish Science Temple of America because the Ku Klux Klan stole something. Huh? No. Third eye wisdom. Third eye wisdom. Pay attention, brother. Relax. This is a show, brother. Relax, third eye wisdom. Sit back, get some popcorn. Everybody give me a thumbs up. We got 120 some people in the chat. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up from all my people that really love Mo? Can I get a thumbs up from all my people that really love Mo? I ain't slow Mo. Can I get a thumbs up? So listen, that's not a distraction, root words. That's not a distraction. That's not a distraction, brother. That's not a distraction. Let me show you something. The reason why I pointed this out is because this brother is supposed to be a Hotep type guy. Now, let me show you why I pointed this out. Shout out to my brothers in the Nation of Islam. The reason why I pointed this out, because this is why. He's a Hotep guy and don't realize that the star in the crescent comes out of ancient Kemet. Or he must realize, he has to realize it. The ancient Egyptian hieroglyph for the month was the crescent moon, the first visible crescent after the new moon, over the symbol for star. Now that's upside down. You might say, oh, hold up. I get you. Hold up, brother. After the earlier period of Kemet, faded into popularity, and his deities became somewhat shadowy. Is quoted in the book of Coming Forth into the Day, often called the Egyptian Book of the Dead, as saying, I am the moon god the dweller among gods. Now, this is supposed to be a Kemetic guy, but let's go a step further. This is the hieroglyph. This is the glyph right here. The Egyptian hieroglyph for Venus cycle from the morning to the evening star in the shape of a perfect pentagram as viewed from Earth. That's more like that. So, brother, you need to figure out why you need to address these Europeans for jumping on our ancient Kemetic science. This has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. This is ours. How are you going to take something? My bad. So this is what I was just reading. The ancient Egyptian hieroglyph for the month was a crescent moon, first visible by the crescent after the new moon, over the symbol for star. But then I went back to say, brother, this is the glyph right here. This is the glyph right here. The Egyptian hieroglyph for the moon is for the Venus cycle from the morning to the evening star, in the shape of the perfect pentagram. And this is the same demonstration in the book of Revelation where it says, I am the morning. See, you don't understand science. You know what I mean? Where Jesus in the book of Revelation talk about he's the morning star. Or we call it day star on high. So if you want to address somebody, you shouldn't be dressing the Nation of Islam for using our ancient symbols. You should be dressing this European for hijacking our ancient symbols, almost identical. See, this is how you know somebody might slip these people a check. Somebody may have slipped these people a check because you would think they're smarter than what they're acting. You would think they're a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? And this There you go. You know, you would think that they are a little bit smarter than what they're portraying to be. You would think so. You know, there's nowhere in the world that we should allow our people to be misguided by someone that's high. Man, this guy got to be high. Oh, y'all don't think he high? Oh, y'all don't think he got? You know what I mean? Y'all don't think he high? I'm going to show y'all that he high. Y'all don't think he high. I know y'all don't. Okay. Y'all don't think he high. Okay. I know y'all don't. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all that he high. All right. Y'all don't think he high. Give me a minute. Let me show y'all that he high. I'm gonna prove y'all he high. Cause y'all think it's a game. All right. Let me prove y'all that something ain't right with this brother. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see something. See, I'm gonna skip right to it now, cause y'all think this brother screaming and cussing and oh, that's just Seti. That just, man, something wrong with this brother, and I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you something wrong with this brother. I'll show you exactly what's wrong with this brother in 1 second. The man. In 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you. That ain't the one I'm looking for. Give me 1 second. I'll show you something wrong with this brother. First of all, see if I can hold up. I got to pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. I thought I had it locked and loaded. Let me see. I ain't got it locked and loaded. Let me see. Nah, I ain't got it locked and loaded. I got to lock it. Let me get it locked and loaded. Let me load it up. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Cause y'all, I think y'all think I'm playing. Let me lock and load it real quick. I'm gonna show y'all why he do what he do. I'm gonna show y'all in 1 second why he does what he do. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I got it right here. What did I use? Okay. I think this is it right here. I think this is it right here. This is it right here. All right. Y'all think it's a game. All right. Yeah, y'all think it's a game, man. So y'all think this brother just talking like that because he's normal? Man, okay. They might say the same thing about me. But look, I'm about to break it down to you in real time. Y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all think I'm just saying, this is for the brother that said don't slander Seti. This is for that brother that said don't slander Seti. When I say something, I can prove it. All right? When I say something, I can prove it. Let's go.
Do your little shit, that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I'm staying physically fit. Okay. And roll the dice. Oh, do your little shit, that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I'm staying physically fit. Okay.
And listen to the brother in the background say, okay. Okay. Watch it.
Oh, do your little shit, that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I'm staying physically fit. Okay. And roll the dice. Okay. And roll the dice. Okay. And roll the dice.
Now, let me stop for a minute. So, anything I say, I'm going to show and prove. I'm going to show and prove. It is what it is. And you don't get that sort of crazy behavior. You don't get that crazy behavior randomly putting out information, unqualified, not looking it up, not researching. You don't get that crazy behavior on the natural. Even the time that I took to put this together. Ain't nowhere in the world. I don't drink, smoke cigarettes, weed, or anything. You know what I mean? Even the time it takes to put this together, man, that stuff don't mix. That's why this guy was on the video saying, come on, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody do research. Somebody do research. You know what I mean? Somebody send me some more. Send me some more. And we got people running around acting as if that this guy and Lord Pharaoh got something for the people. But this is the reason why. This is the reason why he laid out in the demonstration. This is the reason why. This is why. This is why. I'm gonna play it one more time. That's right. Who gonna check me? I'm gonna play it one more time. That's right. Oh, more, get to the lesson. No, I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me play it one more time. That's what I want to do. Brother Talkaway want to play it one more time. I want to play it one more time. It's my party. I do what I want. It's my party. It's my party, and I cry if I want to cry. Seti! Hey, Pharaoh. Pharaoh, we got to get this big eye guy up at our YouTube showing my coke sniffing endorsing video. Let's go.
Oh, do your little sniffing, that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I stay physically fit. Okay. Don't roll no dice. Oh, do your little sniffing, that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I stay physically fit.
So let's move on from that. Don't roll no dice, people. Okay? Don't roll no dice. He said, do your little coke. I do it too, but I stay physically fit. A guy in the background says, okay. And he says, don't roll no dice. How you gonna sniff coke and then say don't roll dice? You know what I mean? Don't roll no dice though. I don't want y'all rolling those dice now. All right? Here we go. Here we go. Everybody be hungry for the information. Let me see who going on. Everybody saying he's a dope fiend. Back to the facts, master. Hey, brother. How many brothers on this chat have used drugs before? Brother, you can't teach the people high. That's just what it is. Let's go. Here we go. Back to the information, family. Don't roll no dice. Here we go. So back to the information. So next thing I want to touch on is where the brother talk about the Quran, and this information is so whack, it's so whack and out of place. I just want to address it that hopefully people can get an understanding as to what the Moorish Science Temple of America is all about.
Prejudice against Islam. So these niggas was stealing, or they was giving the information, my Caucasoids, and they didn't even realize that they was taking slander. And so they called a holy book the Circle 7 Quran. Okay? These are facts. These is facts.
All right. So what he's saying is this. Matter of fact, let me play the other one real quick.
And then they got the Circle 7 on their Quran, on the Quran. And when you open up the Circle 7, they refer to themselves as Muslims. Now, if you go do the research on the Quran and on Muslim, you will see that that's a slander on Muslim and Quran.
Okay, stop it for a minute. So the point of the matter is that the brother's saying that when you hear Quran or Muslim, that is a slander on those who practice Orthodox Islam. That's what he says. And he says that all you got to do is look it up. So guess what? We're going to look it up. That's what we're going to do. In fact, I've already looked it up for you. So let's get to it. When you look at, first of all, family, and do deeper research than Wikipedia. I'm using just a regular dictionary offline, but I know it's accurate because I've studied this for long enough. When you use the term Quran, you actually, matter of fact, I can do you better. If we press this button right there, it's going to sound the same. Let's stop for a minute and let's do it. I think that'll make it better. Let's stop real quick and let's do it. And that way, we can qualify exactly.
Quran.
Okay, y'all hear that? Let me screen share this for you because this is called dumb scholarship. I mean, this dope fiend scholarship, and I just want to prove it to the people so they understand that whether with a K or a Q.
Quran. Quran.
You see?
Quran. Quran.
So in actuality, the K at this time of during the time of the prophet, even to this day, is the equivalent of the Q. Now, I'm not a linguist. So don't ask me the vowels and all of that. I'm not going to break all that down. I'm not a linguist. But what I am is a brother with good common sense. I am a good brother with good common sense. And I'm going to share my common sense with you. So you will even find Quran sometimes spelled with a C. But now, it still doesn't matter whether with a C or K. It's the English equivalent to the most closest transliteration of the word Quran. Has nothing to do with handed by a European. The Islamic sacred book believed to be the word of God dictated to Muhammad by the archangel Gabriel. I think that's just out of the standard dictionary. But it doesn't change the fact of what it is. Now, I'm going to read this, and I researched this, but like I said, I'm not a linguist. It says there are actually two K sounds. If you say keen and cool, you might hear the difference. Keen, cool. Keen, cool. They are allophones. Now, I'm going to educate you, Seti. They are allophones. Allophones in English. Allophones means two sounds that are considered as variants of the same sound or variations of the same sound. In Arabic, the two Ks do make a difference in the meaning of a word, and they have different letters in the Arabic language. It's the opposite with O and U. In English, they are different vowels, but in Arabic, they are allophones. Arabic only has 3 vowels. The difference is not significant to meaning. Again, the difference is not significant to meaning. People used to write Quran. Now write Quran with a Q. The difference is mainly the prevalent method of transliterating Arabic letters. The same reason we write Beijing instead of paying. And I might be butchering that. The method of transliteration is all that changed. Sarah, do you hear that, Sarah? Sarah, let me stop for a minute. Anybody call Sarah? Did anybody call Sarah? Has anybody called Sarah? Huh? Has anybody called Sarah? Anybody called Sarah? Anybody called Sarah? Okay, nobody called Sarah. Let's keep it moving. Because I gotta, man, I'm gonna speed it up now. Because I gotta get to some other stuff. He did it, man. They went on and on and on, and man, I'm telling you, they went on and on and on. I mean, said he went on and on and on and on, and it was just, oh man, it was just butchered, weak scholarship. It was just horrible. And this is why Aline Bay don't know the Moorish Science Temple of America, so he couldn't defend it. But I can. Here we go.
And then
No, we didn't want that. So Muslim, again, is the same way. This comes out of a 1913 dictionary of pertaining to Mohammedans. Back then, they called Muslims, Mohammedans. Mohammedans as Mohammedan lands or Muslim faith. That was the common usage of the word when it came to English transliteration. And the good thing about it, praise be to Allah, that when a Moorish American Muslim says that he's a Muslim, in this era time, it differentiates him from those that believe in such a way that we don't. And that's fine. We are distinctive to ourselves, and we good with that. So, Muslim is the same principle that applies to Quran or Quran. He said Quran. So
where do number 35? Y'all with me? If y'all need to go Google the 101s of the Moorish, I'm tired of them saying they Moors. Y'all not Moors. You're Moorish. You're Moorish. You ain't a full-blooded Moor. Okay, I want y'all to know that. It should, if you was a full-blooded Moor, it would just say Moor Science Temple. The Moor Science Temple, which is the Moorish.
Now listen, a lot of people have a problem with it, and one of the main reasons that I did this presentation, and I'm doing this presentation, is because a lot of people had a problem with this, even within the Moorish Science Temple of America. It seems to me that they missed the lesson and didn't know how to understand, how to explain it. But I'm going to show you in basic English how this is explained. This is explained very simply. Get an up-to-date dictionary or old dictionary, and we're going to explain what the ish means. Okay? We're going to explain right now what the ish means. And it's not dramatic. Man, the Prophet Noble Ali said Islam is a very simple faith. So we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it simple. Okay? Because the Prophet says it's a simple faith. So we're going to keep it simple. So let's talk about this ish that he just spoke about. The term ish, a suffix used to form adjectives from nouns with the sense of belonging to. British, the ish means you belong to the Brits. Danish, English, Spanish, Moorish. Belonging to, after the manner of, having characteristics of, like babyish. See, I said like, but we're talking about two different things right here. That's a different context of the word, of the suffix ish. Addicted to, inclined, attending to, or to bookish, freakish. That's a different context. British, Danish, English, Spanish, Moorish means belonging to. You can't take the context of the suffix and use it to superimpose it to what you want it to mean. And that goes to Moorish Americans alike. The ish only relates to belonging to, the noun. And the noun in this sense is Moorish, Moor. Okay? We go. I would debate anybody on this. Good with this. Let's go.
All right, let's keep moving down. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Now this one, I'm gonna just give y'all a short degree. I'm not, because I don't want to do the, I don't want to do the whole lessons online, but I'll give you a short degree. All right, I'll give you one.
Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name? Yes, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. Now you just told me Jesus means justice. You just told me Jesus means, now he got it different now. Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name. Yes, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. Well, I'd like to know what motherfucker that is. Because I don't know no motherfucker on earth that don't sin.
Listen to what he said.
Well, I'd like to know what motherfucker that is.
First of all, let's read the question again. The question says, what does the name Jesus mean? Okay? But before we get to that, understand that the science as taught to us by our holy prophet Noble Drew Ali is something to be studied, analyzed, and not read for face value. But I'm going to break something down to you. First of all, it says, number 37 says, did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name? And it says, yes, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. It didn't say, as Seti tried to imply. Let's see what he implied.
A holy name. Yes, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. Well, I'd like to know what motherfucker that is.
Now stop for a minute. The question becomes, the answer, the response is slaves to sin. Who are slaves to sin. It didn't say someone who doesn't sin. So you got to pay attention to the word setting. Yes, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. It didn't say those. It didn't say it cannot be used by those who don't sin. It didn't say that. Now, and I'm telling you, these are degrees, so I won't go too far in depth. But it says, did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus? This is a degree fact. This is a degree, and I'm gonna move on from this. It says to the child that was called Jesus. They have been calling our brother Jesus for our entire lifetime. For the last 2,000 years, they have been calling him Jesus. The question's asked, did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus? You know what? Let me give you an example. I am called Tito in the hood. Is that my name? No. We have friends that's called Pookie. We have friends that are called Sarah. We have people that are called. Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name? So in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we understand that that term or that name or that title or that reference is what he was referred to, i.e. called, and he's called that till this day. But he does have a holy name, but it cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. Let me give you another degree. The power of the name. The power comes from the use of the name. You might don't catch this one. The use of the name invokes power. Just like when people come into light and they begin, Abraham became Abraham. You get it? Abram became Abraham. There's a power in the elevation from Abram to Abraham. Get it? There's a power in that. There's a power in from Joseph to Israel. Okay? There's a power in that. The holy name, Israel is the holy name. Okay? Even that name cannot be used by those who are slaves to sin. And we're talking about use, we're not talking about naming yourself. We're talking about evoking the power within the spirit of the name. Invoking the power in the spirit of the name. And this is why we Moorish Americans do not. I got you, Lion Bear. With this, this is what the reason why the Moorish Americans will not invoke the term black on us, because black is not indicative of a nationality, nor is it indicative of a landmass, nor is it indicative of any nation of people on the face of earth. And the invoking that name is bringing death according to science. Now you got to ask, what science are we talking about? When we say black according to science means death, we're speaking to a particular science. We're speaking to a particular science. Okay? I can't break down all of these. Listen, I cannot break down every questionnaire because this is for Sunday school. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, send your children to Sunday school because out from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. But I gave you a few degrees to put you on your path. That what you're reading from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a high science. Somebody said that each generation put the power in words. Brother, the origin of it remains the same. You cannot take the N word and make it beautiful. Shout out to my brother Sharif Bey. Now, on the Aquarium Gospel, Brother Sharif writes, from another source, according to Levi Dowling, and court under oath, and he stated he was not the author. Okay? Now, I see somebody is talking about Aline Bey. That brings me to my next topic. I will get back to Seti in a second, but now let's discuss Aline Bey. Islam to my brother Sharif Bey that knocks it out the park. We want to know. That's what I mean. Brother Sharif, we want to know because of you. We want to know. As I said, Sabir Bey, he don't represent the Moorish Science Temple of America or the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and Aline Bey do not represent that. Aline Bey do not represent that. Now let me show you what I mean. First of all, when we look at a brother like Aline Bey, because a brother say, well, at least Aline Bey teaching meditation. Well, brother, let me tell you, is he teaching meditation? Is he teaching meditation? Again, Aline Bey is not qualified to represent the Moorish Science Temple of America. And ain't no teacher could ever teach me with a mouth like this. Let's go.
Ali.
It was more that was mad at me because I didn't get into protecting the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But that's what I'm saying, and me harping on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But that wasn't what I was there for. I was there to protect the Moorish Science Temple of America. We did a video called You Can't Write a Dead Man's Dick. You can't write a dead man's dick. You can't write a dead man's dick.
Now, I didn't want to put the words up there, and this is parental advisory. This is supposed to be the brother to teach you meditation. We're going to talk about our ancestor, our prophet, our friend that brought him the understanding of the fans that he got on his head. Listen to what he said.
You can't write a dead man's dick.
Seen that.
Right. And I'm sorry.
After the debate with Seti, he took the L, and then the Moors was asking why he didn't move a certain way and do this and do that. He said it was mad at him. He said he cannot ride a dead man's D. This is the respect that he shows to his ancestor, known as the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who without him, he wouldn't even know what affairs is. This is a teacher.
It was more that was mad at me because I didn't get into protecting the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Why would you get in a debate about Moorish science and you ain't even going to defend the teachings of the brother who brought us Moorish science? Why would you get into debate about Moorish Science Temple of America or the teachings thereof if you ain't even going to defend the origin, the foundation, the founder? What you be in a debate for? Trying to sell another lecture? Well, you took a L that day.
But that's what I'm saying, and me harping on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But that wasn't what I was there for. I wasn't there to protect the Moorish Science Temple of America. We did a video called You Can't Write a Dead Man's Dick. You You can't run a dead man's dick. You can't run a dead man's dick. You can't run a dead man's dick.
Seen that.
Right. And I'm sorry. I don't ride dicks. I'm not a dick rider.
You see, how do you claim to be such uplifted, meditative, a meditative type brother that supposed to uplift people, but that's how you approach your ancestors? That's the way you deal with that. That's the way you deal with that. Come on, man. That's the way you deal with that. So I don't even want to hear no Eileen baby mouth. I just found that. I just found that demonstration. You know what I mean? Now, let's go. Next thing. So I'm not going to get into the Jesus degree because that's a degree that people need to learn. All right, so you need to join the temple and learn some of these things. You got to. All right, so here we go. Next thing I want to get with, real quick. I'm going to breeze through this real quick. Real quick. I'm not going to deal with the handshake real quick because time is of the essence, and I want to get to a few things. But we know when you see this eye, he said that these eye, that we stole this from the Europeans or the Masons. When you see this is the Masons. Well, we all know that the Masons stole it from our people. The Masons, the Shriners, if you will, stole it from our people. You know, and I'm talking about the European Shriners. They stole it from our people. The Eye of Horus is the ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. The eye personified in the goddess Wajet, also written as Wajet or Ujet or Udjet or Wujat or Ujo or Uto. But we can't keep giving this European credit unless you're working for them. You must be working for them. Let me get to this real quick. Real quick. So I think Brother Sharif is handling that on the chat. Shout out to Brother Sharif for handling that on the track about the Circle 7, Holy Quran and the Moorish Science Temple of America being plagiarized, which I think we already did a show on that to show and prove that Levi Dowling is not the author of the work that he published. Anyway, he went on to say that even when you use the K, that you are, in fact, being handed something by a European. And he pulled out the Quran from the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. But little do he know is that during this time, when they created this book, manuscript, if you will, when they created the Quran, indeed, they always stole our works, but they used the K in anything that sound like a K. They use the KL. It says the Quran is the handbook of the Ku Klux Klan. Version of the Quran typically contain detailed descriptions of the role of different clan members. It's not like the Quran, as well as detailing clan ceremonies and procedures. They superimposed the word and they hijacked the word and added KL. The letters KL are often used in the beginning of the words to delineate a clan association. Example includes Quran, conversation, clavern, which would be cavern, local branch or meeting place, clavaliers. This differed from the practice of the Reconstruction Ku Klux Klan. Very little Reconstruction Klan terminology was carried over. So back in the day, they used KL to identify it as being Klan. Now, let's get into olive skin real quick, because he makes a statement about olive skin, and he starts laughing and giggling and having a good time, because in the Holy Quran, in the questionnaire, it speaks to what color is their skin. What color is their skin? And the Prophet Noble Drew Ali expresses olive. What color is their skin? Olive. And so he got to laughing and he said to Google olive. So family, just to be fair, I'm going to Google olive real quick. I mean Google olive skin. And this is how the European will allow someone like him, and I'm going to use Wiki because he's not worth me to go too deep. I'm going to use Wiki. And this is how the European uses situations to his advantage. Olive skin is the human skin color spectrum. Okay? This is why a person cannot be black. This comes from our science. Olive skin, olives have not grown where Europeans are dwelling. Olives don't grow in the cold. Okay? This is our science again hijacked. Olives do not grow in the cold. They grow in the Mediterranean, where the Europeans migrated and conquered. Anyway, olive skin is the human skin color spectrum. It is often associated with pigmentation in the type 3, type 4, type 5 ranges of the Fitzpatrick scale. So when you look up olive and you see something like that, don't fall for the okie doke. Okay? Don't fall for the okie doke. Now, let me share with you exactly what the Fitzpatrick scale is. Nobody is black, never been. Consider that. This is our science, which they call the Fitzpatrick scale. The prophet said this back in the late 1920s. The Fitzpatrick scales. Type 1. This is the European here. Always burns, never tans, pale. Pale white, they call it. Blonde or red hair, blue eyes, and freckles. That's type 1 of the Fitzpatrick scale, which we're talking about olive skin. Type 2 usually burns, tans minimally. White, which should be pale, fair, blonde or red hair, blue, green, or hazel eyes. Type 3, sometimes mild burns, tans uniformly, cream, pale, I'm going to use pale, fair, with any hair or eye color. Type 4, burns minimally, always tans well, moderately brown. Okay? This is the Fitzpatrick scale as it relates to olive. Type 5, very rarely burns, tans easily, dark brown. Type 6, never burns, never tans, deeply pigmented, dark brown to the darkest brown. That is the olive scale. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that in the Moorish questionnaire that Seti picked out. The Fitzpatrick scale, also the Fitzpatrick skin typing test or Fitzpatrick phototyping scale, is a numerical classification schema for the human skin color, if you will. It was developed in 1975 by Thomas Fitzpatrick. Again, he was not the author of the olive degree. He was not the author of the olive degree because we got the prophet speaking to the term olive in in the questionnaire, 1927, 26, 25, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stop giving these Europeans all this credit for trying to Exactly. Spanish olives are black, brother. Spanish olives are black. Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get you up out of here, fitting the 987. You talk reckless. Anyway, oh, there you go. The Holy Quran MST was published 1927, made available 1928. The movement began 1933. Yeah, brother Sharif. Brother Sharif, come on, the show, stop playing. Let's get it. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more for y'all. Let me do one more for y'all. The last but not least is a good one, and I'm gonna share with you. And shout out to my brothers in the Nation of Islam. Like I said, I can't hit every point because it's so whack. Now, they get on, brother, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for having his hands in the air like that. However, they say, oh, they're following the cracker. Oh, they want to be like the European. They want to be like the white man, quote unquote. This is what he said. They want to be like the, look, that's who they trying to be like. But he say he studied comedic science. But he say that he studied under Dr. Ben. But he say he studied under Dr. Ben. The ancient Kemites of the Happy Nile Valley employed upraised arm to symbolize Ka. The Ka is interpreted by meaning soul, double personality. And I'm just freestyling this. But he went in on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And he used this picture. He used this picture to qualify what he was saying. Now, if that ain't an agent, I don't know what it is. How are you going to use this picture when you say you study under Dr. Ben and you know about this? How can you, in good conscience, use this picture to disqualify the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan when you got all of this to go by? You got all of this to go by. And then he did the demonstration with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali hand over his chest. And you got this to go by. Then we did, when you raise your hand up and the Moors say, Islam. We got this to go by. Amen. We got this to go by. We even can go deeper and then we can find out about that 45 degree if we want to, that the Shriners took. So, Islam. You know, the point of the matter is this, is that whether we have discovered it yet or it's yet to be discovered, the European has created nothing. He has created nothing. And to give him some credit, to give him some credit don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to give him some credit. We cannot keep giving the European credit. Cannot keep giving the European credit. The European has hijacked everything that our ancestors have created. And so if you want to address somebody, we should be addressing how the European has hijacked it and how we can bring it back. How we can bring it back to our people. Because when you see the pictures of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you see him bringing it back to us. You see him bringing it back to us. Period, point blank. Now, like I said, Coke and scholarship do not mix, okay? Don't mix. I'm going to tell you again. Cocaine and scholarship don't mix. And I hope the brother is not on that stuff, but this is what he said. I didn't say it.
Oh, do your little shit, and that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I stay physically fit. Okay? A roll of dice. Oh, do your little step and that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddamn. But I stay physically fit. Okay? Don't roll on that. Oh, do your little step and that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddamn. But I stay physically fit. Okay? Don't roll on that. Okay? Don't roll on that. Okay? Don't roll on that.
Representing the lessons, yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Oh, tapping, misrepresenting the lessons, yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Oh, tapping. And y'all falling for this? Come on, man. Boy, stand up. No tapping, but like your braids, your face. You keep screaming black power, but you ain't busting the grace. Silly said he be yelling, he do a whole lot of cussing. He be talking all loud, but ain't saying nothing. Yeah, you screaming black power, but what the hell is the progression? Oh,
listen, family. I have work to do. I'm trying to build a community here in Baltimore. I ask everybody thumbs up if you're able to. Also, at the bottom of the screen, I'll be real brief. Here in Baltimore, we are building what is called the Moorish Village in Baltimore. Within the Moorish Village, we're saying that brothers that are in the Kemetic community should be able to set up business so we can do business and commerce with brothers in the Kemetic community. We should have brothers in the Hebrew Israelite community be in our community setting up a business so we can do business with our people of the Hebrew faith. This is called the Moorish Village. I'm initiating it. I got up a GoFundMe. We already fitting to close on the first structure, the first building. By the end of this year, we're going to hopefully have the vegan spot as well as the coffee shop and the bookstore there. And I ask everybody, if you're able to donate, hit the GoFundMe below. And I'm telling you, if you have a business that may be not a brick and mortar, you may be the one to provide us with the products to put in our stores. You see, this is called cooperative economics. This is not some far-off dream. We're talking about by this summer. I want to be ordering from you if you got t-shirts. I want to be ordering from you if you got books. I want to be ordering from you if you got DVDs, if you got music. I want to be ordering from you. In order to bring this thing at a fast pace here in Baltimore, we need support. We got the foundation of what we need to get it started. But to build on it, we asking for your support, $5 or $10. If you got goods, if you got t-shirts, if you got books, why not send them to a central location? Why are we continue to depend on, we can depend on the internet, which is fine, but most people who are not e-commerce savvy, wouldn't you like to ship out 20 books a month? Where everybody that passed through Baltimore from the conscious world, educators, whomever, that comes into the vegan spot, the coffee shop, and they'll be able to pick your book from the shelf. It takes all of us to put this together. The Hebrew brothers should have a store there. And if you don't have a store, you should at least have an aisle, just like the Mexicans got an aisle in the grocery store. They got the Mexican aisle. But if we're going to create a store, just like Nagast footwear, brother, you should be donating because me and you are supposed to be getting together. I don't know if that's my man uncle or if it's his uncle, but we was talking about some things. We should be ordering the gas footwear. We should have the RBG store right there in the village. We should have the RBG store right there in the village. See, because we not getting, oh, that's Tariq. It's Tariq. What's up, my brother? Yeah, but we should have the RBG store right in the village. We should have the Hebrew Israelite store right in the village. We should have the Moorish American stores, which will be right there in the Moorish Village in Baltimore. And once it starts here, we're going to move like wildfire. And we're going to put it all throughout the East Coast, West Coast, wherever we can do it, of those who are interested. I already got, man, listen, let me share this with you real quick, family. Let me share this with you. I know y'all might don't believe me, but I'm about to show y'all something real quick, and I can help anybody do this. I'm about to show y'all something real quick. Stick with me. Give me 15 minutes, family. Stick with me real quick. Stick with me real quick. Family, let me show y'all something real quick. Stick with me real quick. I want y'all to look at this. This building right here is pending. This building right here is going to be headquarters. It's going to be headquarters. I'm going to fix this up because that's what I do. This building going to be headquarters. Ground zero. Now, look what it was paid for. $6,000. It's pending. It's pending. Look down here. Look at the value in 2006. $72,000. I could go to any city, do the analysis, find out what's acceptable, how much work need to go into it, organize the work, and make it come up like this. If this was to be sold after a year, we jump it back up to this price for $6,000 and probably put about $3,000 or $4,000 in it. Because I do the work. I ain't paying for no labor, I do the work. And Moors are helping. So, family, the point of the matter is, right behind there, I'm going to take y'all on a tour real quick. Right behind there, let me show y'all. Right behind there, let me show y'all real quick. I'm going to take y'all on a tour real quick. The next spot we plan on getting, inshallah, is back here. Show y'all something. This whole neighborhood back here, we working on this. I'm working on this to be the vegan spot right here. For some rooms upstairs, the vegan spot. It's right across the street from a school, so we're going to be safe. We'll be in a safe demonstration. We got people that's going to be investing in a laundromat. We're going to try to take most of this block right here and back here. As we go back here, see, even back here, half of this could be the tennis shoe spot or whatever we choose to do. We're going to fix up these here, these houses here. You can get them for under $5,000. You know somebody who know how to do the work like myself, we can fix them up easy. And the Moors and anybody who is conscious and wants something better in life will be able to be a part of this endeavor to build our community and our economy, centralizing our dollar. These people did it right here, but they did it for business purposes. They took this building right here. They got apartments and room in the houses up there. They got a kitchen right here that sell food. It's a little restaurant, little eatery. They got oh my goodness, hold up. Let me hit it back. They got, let's go down Fulton Avenue real quick. Let me show you how it looks when you want to put some work into it. Okay, there we go. So this is the other side. So yeah, right here. So here, Campbell's Corner. They got a little business here. Over this side, they got a tag and title spot. Back here, they got a little food market and deli. Back here, there's another apartment joint that they rent out rooms or whatever that may have you. And then right across the street, I think they own something over here too. But these are independent owners. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at this right here, you're like, oh man, it's boarded up. Inside, it's not that bad that I can't handle. But when you look at the complete project, when it's said and done, this is what them houses look like when it's said and done. And it don't take that much money because I do the work. But I'm asking for all those who are ready to support, come on and support, because I want to be able to order from those who's saying that they are about getting some money. I'm about getting some money. I'm about getting my people some money. I'm about generating finances and centralizing our product, goods, and services. That's what I'm about. I'm about building a nation. I don't know what anybody else about. You know what I mean? But I'm about building a nation. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said that ain't y'all ish. Okay, brother. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about building a nation. And in the way to build a nation, if the way to build a nation is we got to start at least one block at a time. You know, and when we're talking about a nation, nation building doesn't always consist of us thinking alike as it relates to spirituality or religious practices. Nation building can start with economics, but the economics must start at a small rate. You can't be working by yourself, my brother Nagas. You can't be brother Unc. You know what I mean? You should be able to ship your shoes out. If you can't ship them to a Foot Locker, you're supposed to be able to ship them to the Moorish Village. We should be able to be buying, we should be able to have the UPS trucks dropping off the boxes by the end of this year or by midsummer. We should be dropping off the boxes, whether we start on the table outside or whether we have the building ready. We should be shipping boxes. You know, and so I'm asking all of those who wish to support the Moorish Village. It's not a Moorish American exclusive project. It's an uplifting effort for our people. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So we got to keep it moving, family. That's why I could not touch on everything that Seti spoke on, because in reality, man, I've been grinding trying to get this work done, trying to get this money right so we can make sure that we have something secure, because I understand that people are not going to support something if they don't understand how it really works. And we don't know how nationhood works. We don't know how cooperative economics work. So I got to give the example with the few faithful Moors and the few faithful conscious people that's ready to do the work on the ground. I got to give an example, you know. So I thank y'all for coming on in the chat. Shout out to my brother Roots Words. Shout out to all the good people that support what I'm doing here in Baltimore. Shout out to my temple. Temple number 22, Baltimore, Maryland, Noble Temple. Shout out to most definitely, shout out to the Virtual Moorish Science Temple of America, doing big things. Thanks for all the sacrifices that you've made. And I like us to continue to make sacrifices, because where you sacrifice will show you where your heart is. And whatever that may be, whether it be with your family, whether it be with your friends, sometimes even with your people you may determine to be your enemy, you got to sacrifice and be the bigger person. I don't take any of this stuff personal. I know that Brother Seti, I know that Brother Seti is a little bit off. Now, this Brother Goodman said battling with another Moorish kid is wasting a lot of energy. Brother, my energy is never wasted. I use the terminology ATM. ATM is another teachable moment. My energy is never wasted, brother. No energy is never wasted. Energy is energy. Energy comes from a source that it can't be wasted. Brother, I jump on the opportunity in order to teach my people what is authentic Moorish science. After the show, I'm going on my business and uplift fallen humanity by building something on the ground. It's never wasted energy. It's an opportunity to teach the people what I consider to be Moorish science, Islamism, as qualified by the teachers of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's it. This is social media. This is not the temple. This is not a school. This is not a place of higher learning. This is social media. I understand the WWE effect of YouTube. I understand the foolishness effect of YouTube. However, it's still a vehicle to get some information to my people of the few that may want to be uplifted, the few that may want a concrete definition as to what Moorish science is. I understand this is social media. Everybody wants to be the star. Everybody wants to be the 10,000 view person. I'm not tripping. I just want to be the one to say, qualify what you're saying according to the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Because Prophet Noble Drew Ali has the answer for us all. And within his walk and within his doctrine, by the will of Allah, by the will of God, he has the answer for us all. Whether we choose to accept it by name or by definition, we've got to accept it by practice and by principle, and we'll be all right. Whether you call yourself RBG, whether you call yourself Kemetic, whether you call yourself Hebrew, Hebrews should live together, Moors should live together, Kemetic should live together, and we should trade goods and services amongst one another. And we should never have to go somewhere else for a good and service. Never, never. You know, the brother said the temple is the body, my brother. The temple is the Moorish Science Temple of America. We should never have to go somewhere else for goods and service. I should be able to order something from my brothers from the Hebrew to sustain my community. And you should be able to order something from me. I should be able to order something from the RBG to sustain my community, or from the Nation of Islam to sustain my community. They should be able to order something from me. We should never have to go outside ourselves. And this is how the Moorish Empire worked. This is how an empire worked. Everybody didn't see things alike. Everybody didn't practice things alike. Everybody didn't see God alike. But guess what? They worked together. They worked together. They work together. Now he said, I lied, read Sir 3340. What you want on 3340? Let's look it up, brother. What you want? 3340. Sir 3340. Okay. Let's see what you're talking about, brother. I don't do no lying, brother. Oh, brother, we don't, I told you, brother. Let me stop. Brother, we have already dealt with that, brother. We don't subscribe to the pale Arab interpretation that the seal of the prophet means final. You can't make me believe what the Arab interpretation of the Holy Quran is. You can't make me believe that. You want to make me believe what the pale Arab interpreted to me? I'm not believing the pale Arab. I'm believing my Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who look and walk and talk like me. To your way be yours, to mine be mine. Now, let's build this community. Let me get a donation. Send me some socks that you didn't made or produced. Send me some belts or something. Send me some barrettes for the little baby's hair. Send me something. But this YouTube thing is over for the night. You know, right now, Monday morning, we boots on the ground and we getting this demonstration going. You know what I mean? Now, brother, Goodman A, it's not a debate, brother. It's not a debate. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali teachers are not up for debate. It's an opportunity to teach people. You have to learn that, brother. I don't take this thing personal. Never personal with me, okay? Brother, I don't need you to qualify me. You know what I mean? Let me get him up out of here because he's talking crazy. He's talking crazy. I invite you to come on the show. Email me, brother. Come on the show. And I can show you how you're not a Muslim. Bay@yahoo.com. I can show you how you're not a Muslim, Lil Seti. Lil Sarah.com. Email. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get that. I mean, I invite you to come on the show. I invite them. See, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Oh, yeah. Listen. Understand, the brother said, but the pale Arab is in front of the Quran of the MST of A. Brother, go read the history of this brother before you talk about him. Before you can talk about him, read the history. Go read the history of this brother. Go read the history. That's all you got to do. I ain't going to say nothing else. Go read the history. This is not that Arab that you think. Go read the history. Go read the history. Ibn Sa'd. Go read the history. And then you understand. Then you'll understand. Then you'll understand about revolutionary Islamism. Then you will understand about revolutionary Islamism. But with that, I ask everybody, I tell everybody, if everybody can go and put $1 or $5 in the thing, I appreciate you. The link is at the bottom of the comment section. Man, $5, $1, anything helps. We're gonna run this campaign probably towards the end of the summer, and I appreciate you. You know, brother, with Dezu, true, he's actually light olive, brother. He's not pale, brother. But with that peace and love, I'm up out of here. Hope y'all have a great week. I got to get the grinding. And I hope I see y'all on the next show, which most likely be Wednesday with the sisters from MST of A 1928. This is going to be a good one. That brother Rasadiel sisters over there. That brother, they sharp. They sharp. I gotta make sure I can set it up. Don't hold me to it because I'm busy. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to have the show on Wednesday. Wednesday, if y'all know Rasadiel, y'all know he produced some sharp Muslims. He produced some sharp Muslims, and they're gonna be right here, inshallah, on Wednesday. and I'm gonna bring Rasadiel back too. I'm gonna bring the Sheikh back because the Sheikh will shut most of y'all down. Now, y'all want to keep playing? I'll bring the Sheikh back. Don't make me bring the Sheikh. Don't make me bring the Sheikh. I bring the Sheikh Rasadiel. He say, hey, he shut all y'all down. Now don't play. Don't make me make a call. Islam. Shout out to Moorish Village, America 1928. Shout out to my brother D. Baliel and the staff underneath him, brother Braswell Bay, Ken U Bay, and my brother. Definitely give a shout out to my brother Cavanis Bay, who's throwing a demonstration in DC. I will be posting it soon on the show. And give a shout out to Grand Sheik and moderator brother R. Jones Bay and everybody within the Moorish paradigm. If I missed you, my apologies. It's not intentional, but I'm up out of here. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Brother shaking his head. Brother, I ain't going to. What you shake your head for now, Goodman? Eh? What you shake your head down for, Goodman? Eh? Huh? Goodman, Goodman, he angry, man. I don't know what he's so angry for, man. Goodman, what you angry for, brother? You want to call in? I'm about to let you call in. I want to know why you so angry. Oh, and let me say last but not least, little do y'all know, said he didn't even use the questionnaire from the Moorish Science Temple of America. He used it from the Moorish Orthodox Church, which is Europeans who hijacked it, the Moorish Science Temple of America. Science and books and literature. They didn't hijack it because they can't get it, but you know what I mean. But I live by the sword. The posted verse where he says he got it orally. Anyway, I'm a God family because Governor will call in. He won't answer me, man. Shout out to all the family, man. Man. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe and everybody thumbs up, man. I got some good stuff coming real quick. I'm not going to get stuck on Seti, though, because y'all can see his scholarship is whack. His scholarship is whack, so I'm not going to get stuck on Seti. You know what I mean? No, what is true. Now, he not pale, brother. The brother not pale. The brother, I just explained olive to you, brother. There ain't no crickets. Hey, bro, I only did sound bites. You chopped that video up. Somebody said I chopped the video up about Seti. Brother, I had to do sound bites. You know what I mean? I don't know what video you're talking about, but I didn't chop and screw it. I just did sound bites. All I did was sound bites. I didn't make it say something that it didn't. Seti say he sniffed coke. He do it too. Said he just high, man. He all right. He might not be on coke no more, but he on something. It is what it is. He was freestyling the whole demonstration, Googling as he go along. The whole one-on-ones. You can't do that. That's crazy. Anyway, peace and love, family. I'm up out of here. I gotta go. I love y'all, man. We're gonna be back doing this again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. Y'all go ahead and find them Easter eggs up here front. Y'all go and look for them eggs. Stop playing. Peace and love.